Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with another quick post-fight discussion video. All right, y'all, Dana White's Contender Series last night. I did get a chance to watch it, and I did see the flyweight fight. Some of y'all asked me about Jasmine Jasudavicius versus Julia Polastri. Um, I did go back and do a little bit of research on both fighters, Jasmine and Polastri. I'm going to just call her Jasmine or Jazzy Vicious. Either one, Jazzy Vicious or Jasmine. I did go back and look at some of their fights. Saw a lot of Jasmine's fights, and lo and behold, when I typed in her name, one of my videos came up because I forgot maybe like 4 or 5 months ago I did cover one of her fights. I think it was in Cage Fury, and I did say that she was a good scrappy fighter, and there were some things that she needed to work on, and she had a good ground game. And going into this fight, that's what really helped her out in this fight here because I'm gonna say this, man. The first thing I noticed about Polastri is if Polastri was a natural flyweight, man, I don't know, this fight would have went the distance because Polastri, she was landing some good shots on Jazzy. The one thing I will say about Jasmine is she's very scrappy, she's very tough, but she is hittable. She is hittable when I seen some of her early fights, like against I think it was Kylie O'Hearn. She was taking some big shots in there. The one thing about her is that she's really tough, and like I said, she's really gritty, and she will switch her game up if she is getting hit. Like if she gets hit too much, she will take it to the ground. But one day you don't know. You might come across a fighter that has great takedown defense or has just as good a ground game as you. And I think in this fight here, when I first looked at it, did some research, I said, okay, Jasmine, she's the bigger, stronger fighter here, but Polastri, she has hands. Early on she did have hands, and she did stop Jessica Del Boney like a few fights back. But that was the atom weight. So this girl, she's moving up 2 weight classes. For somebody that moved up 2 weight classes, I got to give Polastri a lot of credit because she landed some bombs in here, and she landed some good shots that kind of stunned the bigger fighter. But again, I think her being bigger is what really saved Jasmine in this fight. But overall, she did do enough to win the first round, in my opinion. But that second round, it was very close, because if you like Polastri's hands and what she was doing with her effectiveness as far as the striking, you could swing it her way. And then the third round, Polastri won it. In my opinion, Polastri, she did win that third round because she was just outstriking Jasmine. Jasmine looked like she was getting gassed out. Her defense wasn't on. Her defense wasn't really on in that last round. She was just getting hit with some bombs, right hands, and head kicks. So she's wide open, man. So, we'll talk about that towards the end of the video here. But first round, right away, Jasmine did what I expected her to do, against a smaller fighter. She had I think she had what, 5-6 inch reach advantage, plus like 4 or 5 inch height advantage in this fight. So she did the smart thing. She took the striker down and just kept the fight on the ground for, the whole 5 minutes, basically. She just dominated with her, with the takedown, the top position, and, used her ground and pound, just used her ground and pound. Wasn't never really looking for a submission. She was just really doing a lot of hand fighting and wrist control and landing a lot of good shots, just really landing good strikes, kind of like how Calvillo does when she gets you down, or like whenever Jillian Robertson gets you down. Sometimes, Jillian Robertson can submit you as well, but she will beat you up a little bit to kind of soften you up for the submission. But Jasmine in here on the first round, she was just really keeping the smaller fighter down and landing a lot of good ground and pound. So I did give her the first round easy. The second round, though, man, I'm talking about Polastri in the first couple minutes was landing some good strikes. She took a few hits here and there, but she started a good jab, landing a good jab, closing the distance. Reach didn't seem to be a problem for Polastri. Got to give her a lot of credit. Reach wasn't a problem because Jasmine was coming right to her. So when she landed a good jab, Polastri came in, and just as Polastri came in for a takedown with her hands down, she got hit with a big head kick, and it did stun her. But like I said, if she had some more weight to her size, that probably would have dropped her. But she took the head kick, went back out of range, was starting to respect Polastri a little bit. Polastri was kind of egging her on. She was like, come on in. And after that, she landed a good Polastri landed a good left hook to the body and just started landing some good shots. But then, like I said, whenever Jasmine gets hit a lot, she will take you down. So she did get 2 takedowns in this round. So I think that's what you could definitely, argue to say Jasmine did win the second round as well, because she did use some good strength and effectiveness with the takedowns. I will give her that. First takedown, she landed some good shots, but Polastri was able to get back up. She did use her strength, though. Jasmine was using that strength to keep her down. The second takedown, Polastri was able to, get back up, good position. I can't remember how she did it. I think she was she was on her back. Yeah, she was off her back landing shots on Jasmine. So after she hit Jasmine a couple of times, she met her head on and just was able to get back to her knees and go right back to landing strikes. So that second round, it was close because I'd say that Polastri closed it out with some good shots. She was hurting Jasmine with some good shots. She landed another head kick in the round and just good right hands. And that's the one thing I'll say about Jasmine, she gets hit with the right hand a lot. If you go back and look at that Kylie O'Hearn fight, that's one of the fights that I was kind of studying on her. She was getting hit with a lot of right hands in that fight. But the thing is, Jasmine has a good jab. You know, she's got a good jab, and she'll come back and land 1-2s. If she gets hit too much, like I said, she will take you down. But you know, you never know how it's going to work out with the much better skill fighters, right? So the third round, Polastri, in my opinion, I think she won this round all the way, man, because she controlled it with her striking. I'd say for like a good 3.5 minutes. You know, good combinations, closing the distance. Like I said, good dirty boxing, just kind of walking down Jazzy, still landing that head kick, good jabs. And that's the thing I like about it. You know, she was just a shorter fighter here, but she would close the distance. And whenever she would close it, she'd get Jasmine to walk into that head kick that she would throw. You know, just throwing the jab, double right hands, again, dirty boxing. It wasn't until like, I'd say, yeah, maybe like a minute left, minute 30 left in the round. Jasmine got another takedown. You know, she got another takedown. She was landing a few shots here and there, you know, but she couldn't hurt the smaller fighter. She really couldn't hurt the smaller fighter here. So, you know, she had to get the takedown again, which was a smart move. She got a takedown and, you know, kept the fight down on the ground for that last minute and landed some good ground and pound here and there. But to me, it wasn't enough to win the round, so I gave that round to Polastri hands down. So yeah, I can see where Jasmine definitely won the fight, 2 rounds to 1. You know, because she secured it with the 2 takedowns and got some good shots in. But overall, though, man, like I said, Polastri, man, she had a little bit more size to her, and she was a natural flyweight. She probably would have won the fight. I think she probably would have won the fight by stoppage. I'm just being real, though. You know, that's just words to, you know, Jasmine Jasudavicius now that she's got the contract in the UFC. Shout out to Jazzy. You know, she got the contract in the UFC. You know, I'm going to be real. You know, after some constructive criticism, you know, I like to watch these fighters and, you know, critique them. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not bashing. I just like to critique them. So when I'm watching Jazzy fight, she is going to have to tighten up on the defense because she was getting hit by a smaller fighter here. And you don't want to trade like this. It's good to show heart, but you don't want to trade like this, especially when you get in the UFC. You know, UFC level fighters like this. I'm talking about the Manon Firos on the unranked level, you know, even Jillian Robertson, you know, Montana De La Rosa, even on that unranked level, Casey O'Neill, those fighters in there, you know, if they know they can hit you, they're going to go for the big ones. You know, they're going to go for the big shots. So, yeah, you got to be careful now that you're in the UFC. You know, you can't really, like, slug it out like that. I like that she has heart, you know, but like I said, Polastri was landing good punches. You know, she was landing some good punches. And that was one thing I was going back, and when I was watching her train and watching a couple of her fights, I said, yo, this girl got some good stand-up. You know, I was like, she might give Jasudavicius a run for her money here, you know. So maybe if she was a natural flyweight, like I said, you probably would have saw her win the fight or land something big and earn a stoppage. But yeah, shout out to Jasudavicius. She got the contract from here. You know, it's working up. You know, it's working up because, you know, even the unranked fighters from here, they're the toughest. You know, they're some of the toughest in the flyweight division we got right now. You know, Melissa Gatto, like I said, Manon Firo, you know, the Myra Buenos Silvas, the Jillian Robertsons. They're all going to be tests for her before she get into the top 15. So yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section what y'all thought of the fight. Who do you think is going to be a good matchup for Jasudavicius as far as her first fight and Julia Polastri? I think I think, you know, if she came back at 115, she would fare well. You know, I think that's the thing. You know, she jumped up too high a weight class. You know, maybe if she was at 115, you would see her fare better because she has some good striking and a good takedown defense too. You know, good active off of her back. You know, good fighting off of her back. You know, on the ground too. So you never know. Like, she might fare better than some of the other strawweights they signed. You know, so even some of the other flyweights. You never know. You really never know, guys. So yeah, man, let me know what y'all thought of the fight. Combo Breaker 99. Overall, good scrap. Definitely a good scrap, you know, but a lot of work needs to be done there. Make sure y'all subscribe. Peace.